This is the Ohio AgNet from the Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by BASF and Zidua, the most trusted name in herbicides, providing Ohio soybean and corn acres with up to 2 weeks more residual activity and broad-spectrum weed control. The Ohio AgNet's Feeding Farmers is going statewide. Winners will be chosen soon for a visit from Ohio AgNet with free lunch for your farm family and crew. Visit ohioagnet.com/feedingfarmers to enter, and hopefully we'll be at your farm this planting season. Brought to you by Ag Revolution, Paradise Energy Solutions, and the Ohio AgNet. The Ohio Beef Expo has recognized 3 longtime partners with its 2026 Friend of the Expo Award. Honored this year were Ferguson Cattle Company and John Ferguson, Sullivan Supply, and Weaver Livestock for their years of dedication and support to Ohio's largest beef cattle event. Ferguson Cattle Company, based in Jefferson, has been part of the expo since the early 2000s. The operation's become a familiar name in the seed stock sales, helping advance Simmental and Angus genetics across the Buckeye State. Sullivan Supply, with an Ohio location in Hillsboro, is well known for serving livestock exhibitors with equipment, supplies, and educational programs. The company's also supported the expo through giveaways and its involvement with the Junior Show. And Weaver Livestock, headquartered in Mount Hope, has spent more than 16 years supporting junior exhibitors with free gifts, wash rack supplies, and other services during the expo. You can read more about the Friends of the Expo Award for 2026 online now at ohioagnet.com. Last week I was in Columbus with the Ohio Agribusiness Association for their Legislative Day. Had a chance to visit with Nutrien's Manager of Government and Industry Affairs, Paul Poister, about some of the things they're focusing on as far as state legislation is concerned, including H2 Ohio.
Nutrien was one of the founding business partners of H2 Ohio, so we've worked closely with Governor DeWine since its onset. And while we're speaking with legislators today, we're going to remind them of the true success of H2 Ohio, not just where it started, but now statewide. It's a program other states are looking at to address water quality. We're also going to remind them how important funding that program is. Last year, the budget was tight, and they had to find savings wherever they could, including H2 Ohio. Nonetheless, we need to keep that funded.
What's that look like? Because there has been talk over the last several years about a bond issue floating out there, talk about maybe putting it back in the budget at levels we saw back in the early 2020s. What does long-term funding look like for you as far as H2 Ohio is concerned?
We would like to get back to at least the point where it was originally in last year's budget. Depending on the economy, where the state is, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. It is curious to watch this bond issue, though, because I understand there's a lot of controversy around a bond issue. Leadership at the State House has some questions about it, so we'll have to see where it goes from here.
My full conversation with Paul Poister of Nutrien can be found online now at ohioagnet.com. Let's get a check of the forecast with Ryan Martin, brought to you by Seed Consultants, Simply Better Performance, online at seedconsultants.com.
Well, we don't see a lot of precipitation potential. I think after sunset, we won't rule out a few scattered showers north central and northeastern parts of the state. Really, this is a holding pattern in some mild air before a frontal boundary sags through tomorrow. That front will bring rain and a few thunderstorms, especially late afternoon and evening, mostly northern half to northern 2/3 of the state. I'm Ryan Martin.
Thank you, Ryan. We'll get a check of the markets and analysis after this as the Ohio AgNet continues.
Every bushel you grow needs a market. That's why the Ohio Soybean Council is working to expand demand for Ohio soybeans around the world. Your checkoff supports international outreach, trade team visits, and putting Ohio soy in front of global buyers. By showcasing the quality, reliability, and value of Ohio soybeans, you can count on new opportunities and increased demand today and into the future. Visit soyohio.org to see all the ways your Ohio soybean checkoff is at work, expanding markets for your beans.
Life on the farm moves fast, and so does the news that matters to you. Stay ahead with the Digital Daily from Ohio AgNet and Ohio's Country Journal. Each morning, get the top ag headlines, market trends, weather updates, and the stories shaping Ohio agriculture, all delivered right to your inbox. It's free, it's easy, and it keeps you informed before the day gets going. Sign up now at ohioagnet.com for the Digital Daily and get yours first thing in the morning. Welcome back to the Ohio AgNet. I'm Ty Higgins, and today's market analysis is brought to you by Louis Dreyfus Company. Excited to bring a brand new soybean crush facility to Upper Sandusky. Learn more about marketing your soybeans with LDC at 574-566-2113. Some pressure in the corn market likely coming from wheat, which is on the defensive as better rain chances for the western and southern plains lie just ahead. Last week's EPA announcement on biofuel mandates, while resulting in a buy the rumor, sell the fact initial reaction, truly was a bullish indicator of veg oil demand for 2026 and 2027. This check of midday markets on the Ohio AgNet brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. Corn for May, 4.58 3/4, down by 3 1/4. Soybeans for May, 6 cents higher at 11.65 1/4, and wheat for July, 6.18 1/2, up by 2 1/2. Live cattle for April, 240.25, that's up $1.75. June up 202 at 240.80. Feeder cattle for May, 362.37, up by 257. April lean hogs, no change at 90.77. May lean hogs, 97.82 and up by 85 cents. For the Ohio AgNet, I'm Ty Higgins. We'll see you down the road.